is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. Market-wise out here, you get the Dow off 252, Nasdaq's off 60, S&Ps are off 30. You get gold down 27, silver's off $1.40. Bonds are up 3 points. King dollar's on the move.
Oh, big time.
Up $1.30.
Big time, absolutely.
Big numbers. And, you know, what is amazing, there's no doubt about it, when you look at the context of Europe and when you look at the context of what is going on versus... So check this out. So the story out here this morning, folks, it started yesterday, of course, with the Greek premier.
Yeah,
and
right. They're going to go vote on it.
They're going to go vote on it.
They're going to go do a vote now.
And what they were claiming, okay, this is really cool. What he's claiming out here this morning, that he didn't tell his finance minister when they were making the deal that the public had a vote on it.
Okay.
You got to love it. You got to love it. You got to love it. Because, folks, so watch how this can shake out. This is how, okay, now I don't agree that people shouldn't, they've been, well, hey, it really doesn't matter at this point, okay? They've been living off everyone else anyway,
okay,
right?
You're talking about folks in Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the question is, right, do you wipe out the banks or not? I mean, if I was sitting there, I'd say, yeah, wipe out the banks. Why not?
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to say. No, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is they're not just going to wipe out the Greek banks.
No, that's right.
You know, they're going to wipe out some banks in France and
everyone.
Everyone. Okay.
Because what it is. So picture what it is. What it is that the banks made the deal to bail out themselves.
Sure. That's
okay.
Right. Yes,
so now they got to ask the people. So if they were asking the people, saying, okay, do you want to basically, turn around and just be done? Meaning that, be slaves for another 8 years. 10 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, why would I do that? That makes no sense at all.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, it's it's so interesting that Greece, which is such a small portion of really everything that's out there, that is, folks, if that is the fuse to start off,
right?
What we're dealing with here, there's way bigger problems to come.
Well, because the foundation, because the foundation is corrupt. Yeah. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
The accounting. So let's go to MF Global for a second. This was a shocker this morning.
Sure was.
When you're talking, folks.
Well, look, you knew it yesterday when we were talking about it, and you started seeing some of the reports that were filed. You're like, that's not real.
Yeah.
There's no way that's real.
That's right. Well, and this is where this. Now,
I didn't realize it was this bad, I suppose, but.
Well, the missing of funds is a big deal.
Yeah.
So watch how this works, folks. Okay, when you're the broker-dealer and the futures merchants and the clearer.
Yes.
This can't happen unless you are actually the clearing broker and the broker-dealer, or in this case, the futures broker. Now, this happened with Refco.
Okay.
Now, Refco, it's the same number. This was pretty sick. MF Global took over Refco. Refco was shot in the accounts. And Refco, before this, was the largest futures broker.
Okay.
They were shot $700 million in the client accounts. And what they did, folks, is that they took the client's money and they used it for the business, which is absolutely illegal. Okay, it's just like Full Tilt Poker.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Okay, it's a Ponzi scheme.
Right.
They take the client's money, they use it. Okay.
Yeah.
So now this goes further though. So check it out. The bond offering that they did August, September, October. Okay. 75 days ago, they got $700 million off the public. S&P come in. Now, I want to go through this so you can understand that no one does their jobs regulation-wise or anything else. It's just an old boys network, and that's it.
Yeah.
So check it out.
Yeah.
S&P comes in, makes those bonds investment grade.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in order to do that, you have to absolutely say, okay.
Have at least looked at the books.
You got it.
Right, yeah. I mean, you have to at least look at the books to say that there's liquidity here.
That the books are real.
Yeah. Well,
okay?
exactly.
So watch how this goes, folks. They haven't even made the first interest payment on it yet.
Yeah.
And everyone lost all their money. Right to this morning, those bonds are at 40 cents. They're going to be worth zero. That's the bottom line, because there's going to be no money left. Because there is no money.
Right, right.
But this gets better. So Interactive Brokers goes in,
Yeah.
right, does the books.
Yeah.
They find the discrepancy in hours.
Yeah. That which
Okay,
is
in hours. Okay, so it's there. Okay, in hours. And what it absolutely does take is that it takes, and this is sometimes when I hear, well, actually during.
I mean, they should have known what the customer balances were.
No, they know what they are.
And you could easily go back and vouch that to, the money in a bank or something. I mean, it's pretty simple.
That's right. And where it is, right, where the broker-dealer does when they're basically taking some people to the clean, and they won't let them look at all at the same time. And
yes,
during the financial, 2008 with all the loans,
right,
I remember looking at Bloomberg, and I could see the loans every single day. And you hear all these professionals out here claiming that no one knew what was going on. It's an absolute lie.
Yeah, it's not.
Absolute lie.
Yeah,
because it's so easy, it's sick.
Yeah.
And so the guy from Interactive, of course, he sends his accountant and says, you always know where to look. I know where to look.
Exactly.
And you know where to look.
No, exactly.
In 2 seconds.
That's right.
I need both sides of his balance sheet.
Right. Exactly.
And all of a sudden they look, an hour and a half later, geez, we're missing $900 million.
Yeah.
Where's the $900 million? It's going to be big problems. Because I can't, and then, now this totally makes sense now, that why he bet the ship.
Okay, right.
Okay.
You were saying that this morning to me.
Okay, because if you're betting, the way that yesterday, folks, I couldn't understand why you'd blow up a firm on one trade. Now I can understand it, because you know what? There's no way that Corzine didn't know. There's no way.
Yeah.
Okay? Let me tell you something, folks, okay? You don't run a firm.
Because if you're short those kind of funds.
You don't run a broker-dealer. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're saying, okay, how am I going to make this whole?
He's going to claim.
Because you can take a look at what cash flow is coming into the firm, right?
Exactly.
And say, there's only one, I've got one shot.
Right. That's right. And you know how this is how it
Which
normally
is logical.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you
now it's logical. Yeah. I got to bet the farm, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet the farm. Now the thing that's sick is that it's going to be interesting to see the claim on why he didn't know. Okay, because there's no. I mean, he's going to be sitting there saying, "No, I didn't know this. I just came in 2 years ago."
Yeah.
What happens is that if you remember last week, folks, when I was saying that there's no way this is going to go by the 31st.
Yeah.
Because they had to sign the document.
Sure.
It's like, okay, you're going to sign the document, you're going to go. But now it's a whole different ballgame. Now the saddest part, this is the sickest part, and this is what is going to be problematic in a big way. The guarantee is only for $250,000 in cash.
Okay. And that's through the SIPC.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
What will happen is that more than likely it's actually not retail clients that have that big money in there.
$740 million.
What that's going to be is that's going to be pros that are out there. That's going to be commodity funds that are out there, and that is a huge problem.
Yeah.
That is a huge problem because they're not insured.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's nothing there. Okay. And if we look at the actual. They have two. I mean, King Dollar's on the move, but the other side of this also is that when you look at this right here, every single commodity's down.
Yes.
And actually, one of our Tigers, John from Philly, was saying in the den yesterday that because MF Global is so big in the market, in the futures market, it would be a problem, and he's absolutely right. I actually went back and said I thought that most of this was. The S&P arbitrage, but it's not.
Yeah.
Because I got an email last night from Ed Young.
Okay.
And,
cool.
And folks, I want you to send a lot of great white light out our man, Mr. Ed Young. You remember Ed Young used to be with MF Global. Thank God, he got sick and he's out now, but he's a little sick. So we want to send him some good white light.
Absolutely.
And he ran through me on an email last night about the ramifications.
Okay.
So check it out. This is
that's great that he did that.
It really is. I'm going to give him a call later and see if I can get him on and he can explain it to us.
Yeah, which is cool.
So what he said is this: is that MF Global trades half of all the futures contracts on the floor.
Wow.
They're either on one side or the other side.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So what he said is going to happen is this, is that because they couldn't trade, and all the clients couldn't trade, two different things have happened. They only can close, positions. So he says what he was expecting was that what would happen first is that, of course, you'd have a crash like this. That everything would come down. Then it would reset again. As it resets again, what would end up happening is that then they'd go back up. The money would come back in the marketplace. But it's pretty amazing, man. And that's when what he had said to me is that's when he left. And I think he's been gone about a year, maybe over a year now, right? Because when he left, that's where they were set up. So it's pretty amazing, folks. I mean, it's so disappointing, and we wonder why the markets are like they are. It's so disappointing that people keep continuing to keep doing frauds.
But it's on a continuous basis, and it's not just a firm like MF Global, in my opinion. I mean, you're talking about sovereign governments. You're talking about, it's just like, it's just starting out, it's just like Greece. It's like the CEO of Greece sending his finance minister, his CFO, in a negotiated deal. No, I forgot to tell you that legislatively we got to vote on this. Now, maybe everybody was in cahoots. They knew that. I mean, when it came to last Wednesday, they had to delay the meeting. How was it within a period of 8 hours they came up with, the solution, if you will, let's push this out there. The reality was all they pushed out was, an idea of a marketing plan, if you will. The only thing they really resolved was, giving a 50% haircut on the bondholders. Decide between was 50 or 60%. But otherwise, and I always talk to folks about, if you don't understand something, or even if you just want clarity, just put it down on paper. So I was still, struggling with how is it, that the euro is going to go up, the dollar is going to go down, like it behaved on Thursday. So I just simply, went back to my old accounting, left side, right side, or what have you, and went back through the Wall Street Journal and was reading the articles just to see how things were laid out. And so, you've got the $1 trillion+ out there of bonds that they're going to try to issue denominated in euros. So if I want to buy those bonds, I've got to go buy euros. So I'm going to be selling U.S. dollars for euros. So that makes sense that the euro would get stronger. And the U.S. dollar would get and especially when what they're not doing is it's not where the ECB, if you will, is buying their own bonds. Like we were. We had the Fed, and at one side, the Treasury's selling them, the Fed's buying them. So we're putting liquidity.
Well, they're doing both, but that's right. But the other fund they're pushing out that.
They're trying to push it out to China, push it out. So China wants to buy those. Now, China might have a surplus of euros, but if you don't have a surplus of euros sitting around, and you wanted to go buy those bonds, you're going to have to convert your currency to euros.
That's right.
So when I put that on a piece of paper, I said, okay. That all of a sudden that made sense to me. There was a piece of logic. And so if they ever were successful in doing that, and our dollar gets weaker, and we haven't disconnected with regard to our markets, we got to pay attention to that.
Yeah, totally. The King Dollar's on the move, man.
Oh yeah, big time.
God bless America. Go along, America, folks. I'm telling you, it's us against them, folks, and them are the bureaucrats. There's no two ways about it. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. You have the dial off 208, NASDAQ off 55, S&P's off 25. We're going to be right back.
Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. At Tiger Metal Exchange, put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. Now is the time for Tiger Dollars. Purchase $250 or more before November 4th and receive a 30% match. Go to the front page of TFNN.com and get your Tiger Dollars today.
Welcome back, folks. And, folks, you just heard the Tiger Dollar. We did extend it till November 4th because Tigers and Tigresses in the Northeast, of course, didn't have any electricity. So if you'd like some Tiger Dollars, we'll match 30%. Quickest way to make 30% on your money by coming over to TFNN. You know, Steve, we just come across here. So this is compliance-wise, regulation-wise, it's disgusting. So
yeah.
The CME is coming across right now and saying that, okay, MF Global is not in compliance. They did commingle funds, okay, and
yeah, they say commingle funds and overvalued assets. What the heck are our banks doing?
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
Everything's going on with the banks right now.
Right.
They've got the mortgages; they're way overvalued.
That's right. Now,
or not even valued; they're even off the books.
So watch the quote, because the quote, folks, says it all. They are saying that they knew that they overvalued the assets in September.
Yeah.
So the real question is, okay, you overvalue the assets, you BK in September. Well, why didn't they shut them down?
Sure.
They didn't shut them down, folks, because, you know, the whole thing is so corrupt. It's disgusting. It's like so far over the top, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Let's go to Dave in Florida. Hey, Dave, what's going on?
Hello, Tom. How are you today?
We're doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Oh, it's a great day out here. No question.
It is beautiful out there. Folks, come on down and visit us. I mean, this is a pretty sick weather we got right now.
Oh, it's nice, huh?
Yeah,
Not too cool at night. You know, it's like 59 this morning, but
I know. You talk about spoiled folks, right? You listen to them, 59, that's
75. It's be 75 right around the time to go grab.
Where's your earmuffs? He brought earmuffs in this morning, folks. He's got earmuffs.
We are spoiled, no doubt. But I was checking. Do we have to go back and test the highs, or are they just not going to let anybody out? Because I'm looking to get into SRS.
Oh, we're not going back to test the highs, man. The game is up, man. I mean, you mean the highs in the S&P and stuff?
No, just from a couple of days ago.
No, we're not. Here, let's just go look at the volume right now. You'll see a wicked expansion of volume today. Well, you get 269, which is not that bad, but you'll see the expansion. It's going to come in. We're, right now, folks, okay, this is only the first leg down. You know, the market, see, the NASDAQ's already done 500 million shares. This is going to be destruction. And what you have, this is the first counter trend bounce. We're down nothing. We're only down 1.5 to 2%. We're going to end up being down 4.5% by the end of the day. This is, you know, they're going to suck some more money in, and they're going to flush it down the toilet.
Okay.
You know, if you're looking to get in, let's see.
So you take a short position pretty close to where we are now, probably.
Well, let's go look at it. You wanted to deal with the SRS?
If you wouldn't mind taking a look at it.
Okay, so that's the Ultra Shot, the ProShare Ultra Shot real estate, right? So
that hasn't gotten whacked as bad as the commodities and oil.
No, yeah, the commodities are done. It's, you know, they're little by little they're just getting smoked, and they get a double banger. Of course, they get the dollar going up. You get MF Global going south. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the IYR first. Okay, so the IYR is the 1-to-1. You know, that little baby's down. Okay, so you get 3 million shares, and you're going against 12 million. So that's good. You get a. Let me pull up Simon's, SPG, for a second. So Simon's, folks, inside this, yeah, that's going to be a false break. So Simon's is actually up 27 right now. Simon's has to get inside. What I would do is this. I'd trade this SRS right off Simon's, because Simon's has to get back inside the lower range, which is that 120. Oh, man, Simon's got a long way down. No, I wouldn't be dealing with this just yet.
Okay.
That's pretty weird, man. Simon's has to get down quite a bit. You know, Simon's rejected this low out here today. You want to see something? Let's see what's going on here. 1 second. This actually could be a better deal for you. I see what's on. Okay, cool. Listen, it's good. No,
okay.
It is going to be ready. The SRS is going to be ready.
Yeah,
You're going to get a gift from the trading gods here today.
That's what we need.
Yeah, totally. So watch what Simon's is doing, folks. Isn't this cool?
Yeah,
I know. So Simon's, folks, you have the spike down, and you get some juice down the bottom. Yeah, big juice. So that means it's going to be back to the lows today, which is 124. You're popping higher on the 10-minute right now. You're going into 233,000, and that high is, oh man, 129.
34,
34,
something like that.
Yeah, I would give this about another few minutes and see how it handles the top on the other side, and then you can pull the trigger, man.
Okay.
Because I suspect what you're going to see is Simon's going to fail. And let me just pull up the rest of them for a second. Yeah, Simon's is the only positive one out there. And let me see with the SPG. This is, folks, when you see this happens, this is where this gets really dynamite. I mean, you already had a 4-point spread in Simon's. Someone's pumped it up. And once this thing lets go, see, you don't want to be it. So let it go. It's going to go after the high, though. Let it go after the high first. And you test it with lighter volume, man. That's it. And that's 129.
31.
31. Cook it, brother.
Thank you.
Stay right there, folks. Steve and I are coming right back. We have the Dow off 192. NASDAQ's off 50. S&Ps are off 23.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in the equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, This newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, more than 40 different mining equities, as well as some of the most popular precious metal ETFs, including the GDX and the SLV. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report that will help you take advantage of investment opportunities at the current historic gold price levels. To order your Gold Report today with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com or call our office directly at 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow down 175, NASDAQ up 50, S&P's up 21. And don't forget, folks, we did extend the Tiger dollars. And the way, I'm looking at this headline here, we extended them to November 4th. And it is possible we might have to extend them a few more days because this is pretty amazing. There's still 2 million homes, folks, without power.
Yeah.
2 million. Man, you poor folks up there, we're going to send you some good white light.
No question about it.
That is absolutely amazing. I mean, you're talking about, that's some heavy numbers.
Yeah, I think it's one of these things. It's like a storm of a century, if you will.
Yeah, right.
With winter, with the heavy snow coming in,
right?
On trees that still haven't, dropped their leaves or what have you.
Oh yeah.
And then just come crashing down on those, on the wires.
It's huge.
Thankfully it's somewhat isolated. It's still in such a huge populated area.
Right.
But still somewhat isolated, so that at least all the surrounding states, if you will, can send their, their power trucks up there to help them get things back up.
2 million people.
But you can talk about putting people to work on cutting down trees.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big lots of firewood up there this year.
Yeah.
Hey.
Absolutely.
So let's go on to the next scandal.
Yeah, which one?
Okay, folks, here's the next one, right? I mean, what day is it? Let me see. There's 26 letters in the alphabet. Let's see if we can get to 26 of them today.
Oh, Lord.
Fannie Mae.
Yeah.
Okay? So the feds just came in last night on 4 Fannie Mae offices.
Yes.
Check it out.
Okay.
Self-dealing. Okay, now check this out, folks. This is going to be amazing. The senior risk officer for Fannie Mae, okay, so of course they have the houses, they're the biggest servicer.
For sure.
Multifamilies, right?
Yes, right.
Well, they moved a huge amount of multifamilies out to, this is what's so really weird, even the name of the company, Related Companies.
That's the name of the company?
That they moved them out to. In New York, okay? A New York developer. Bottom line, The feds came in on them. This is going to be a self-dealing type of deal, flat out.
Yeah.
And the guy, David Worsley, he's the chief officer. You know, so see, the moral, the ethics are so screwed up right now that it's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Bring them in. Now let's self-deal them with ourselves.
Yeah.
Push them out. It's just amazing.
Yeah. You know, it's cool, though. We've got, a number of folks up there. They've got generators. They've got more generators up in New Hampshire than we've got down here in Florida.
You know,
why are they so prepared with generators up there? It seems like everybody I talk to,
we always had a generator up there. Yeah,
that's
because
that's so wild.
Well, what does happen is that
because of the nor'easters that come through there, or
I got hit with 2 big hurricanes up there, worse than down here.
Wow, I didn't realize
because
that.
We had Hurricane Bob.
Yeah.
Hurricane Bob came in, right?
Yeah.
So check this. This was crazy, folks. A Hurricane Bob came in, and we had a house down the Cape when we lived up there, and there was absolutely it was on the water, right? We were across from the water, but this was on the water.
Yeah.
There wasn't one house left.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
First floors. Tommy, Caitlin, and I, we were out when this thing was coming on in, and we said, okay, we better get inside. When we came back out, right, every single first floor was gone. There were refrigerators and washers 4 blocks up the street.
Wow.
That's how bad it was.
Wow.
And then we took, we had a generator.
Yeah.
And for 2 weeks we had no electricity.
Yeah.
And just
that's cool.
What also has happened is, as G7 saying in the den, what does happen is that there's more trees, more wires, more air.
Not any more wires above ground than what we've got here in Florida.
No,
they're all above ground
but
here.
You do get.
But don't you have basements in the Northeast?
Yeah.
But still, they've got all the above-ground wiring, huh?
Yeah, that's right. They have way too much. No, that's right. No, absolutely, man. Let's go over to Jason in London. Hey, Jason, what's going on?
Hey, hi guys. How you doing? I'm fine, thanks.
We're doing great, man. How you been?
Yeah, rocking and rolling over here, having fun with all my Euro cousins.
Perfect. Perfect. That's great, man. So, do we get a sweet tooth out here today?
Yeah, you know what? I was really interested in following up on the garlies and so forth, so I've been looking at sugar as a potential garlic pattern to the upside. I just wanted to get your views on it, really.
Okay, so you stay right there, folks. We're going to come back with Jason. We're going to talk about the garlic. We're going to talk about sugar. I love trading sugar, man. Oh, it is. Look at that, baby. We get volume and a high. We're going to be right back, folks.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow down 185, NASDAQ off 47, S&Ps are off 22. When we do look at the conviction behind the move, you get $300 million on the NYSE, and on the NASDAQ, you're at 580. NASDAQ is saying,
got more conviction.
oh yeah, NASDAQ saying bottom line, we're going south. We're talking with Jason from London, and we're going to be talking about sugar. And folks, if you've never traded sugar, sugar is a beautiful thing to trade. It's $1,000 a point. You get some nice liquidity inside it. Okay, so yeah, I like the setup, Jason. Let me just see something here.
Our Sweet Two's ongoing anyway, Tom. We're even in a recession, I think. So it's just like a Gartley within a Gartley.
Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, you mean down at the very bottom there. I see. Okay, so let's do this one here. So.
Okay. Yeah,
I see what he's looking at here, but that looks like a shallow retracement,
It
right?
does, yeah.
The first one,
which would be nice for this setting up a Gartley buy because you get a shallow retracement.
So if we bring that back, I'm going to bring that back right there and see what we got.
Yeah.
Here. Okay. So. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Yeah,
you are.
No,
You're
for
618
sure.
right now.
Yeah,
or testing it.
It just, and this is actually a Tiger one too, because it.
Is it? Because I don't get the volume, so I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, what it did is that it absolutely took out the B point with lighter volume. The B point on this had 39,000 contracts, and you took it out with 23. That's what you're looking for, and then you're going into 69,000 contracts.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that setup's there, man.
I was in Orlando this year. I went to see the final space shuttle launch.
Oh, good for you, man.
Now, did you have to go down there a couple times because the first time it got put off?
No, I lucked out. I went on the Friday, and the clock stopped at 30 seconds.
Yes.
And 1 million people just almost cried.
Yes.
And then it started counting down again, and 1 million people went nuts.
Oh, wow.
Where were you? Where were you when you saw it? Were you?
I was at Kennedy. I spent 6 hours trying to get to Kennedy on a bus.
Cool. But isn't it amazing the power, the energy, the sound that comes out of that thing?
Talk about cause and effect. When that thing goes, you see it for 7 seconds, and then it's doing 15,000 miles an hour, and that's it. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
15,000 miles an hour.
Yeah. They're now starting to allow people to go into the vehicle assembly building.
Okay.
To take tours. Now,
really?
Yeah. And I was fortunate enough to, back in my computer days, we were the largest supplier of computers in the state of Florida, and NASA, was one of our customers. And I was able to go on a gold tour, and we actually, at that stage, this was before you had all the terrorism stuff.
Right.
We actually, they wouldn't allow us, but we could actually walk up and touch the shuttle in the vehicle assembly building.
Isn't that cool?
That's how close,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was.
And that's how
pretty
security
wild.
was different then, too.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
we were on the gold tour. We got all kinds of great stories.
Right.
And, we were taking a look at the computers that they used to power that thing. We had much more powerful computers on our personal computers back then. This was in the 80s.
Okay.
When I did that tour.
Yes, right.
And so, they were using these ModComp 64 computers. And when, you got to understand, you had 5 guys that were, we're young, but pretty high-tech at that stage,
Yes,
folks.
right.
And when they took us into the actual room that powered the space shuttle,
Right.
we just we kept our mouths shut.
Right.
We looked at each other and said, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, right.
And when we asked the question, in a polite way, and the reality was they had so much programming that was already built into that that they just simply didn't want to go ahead and redo it based on,
It was old.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this was old technology.
Yeah, right.
And they didn't want to do that. It was just wild.
That's intense,
wild.
man.
It really was. They told us, stories that. What was actually cool about doing that tour was they told us so many stories about the shuttle. I think I told you one of them, which was, what happened was that originally when the shuttle was going up, we had tiles that were falling off.
Yes.
And they were searching around for all kinds of ways. There was condensation that was causing those tiles to fall. And what they did was on one of the space shuttle missions, they decided to spray the space shuttle with Scotch Guard.
Oh, my God.
So they sent everybody out from NASA, if you will, a few people, going around the city, going into every grocery store, actually buying bottles of Scotch Guard.
That's a mind-blower.
To spray the space shuttle. Can you believe it?
American innovation for you.
Oh, absolutely.
That's being kind.
Absolutely. Oh,
wow.
Man. Yeah.
That's quite a story, man.
No, we were in this conference room that they had, the longest conference room table I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it went on forever.
Okay.
And they were giving us a presentation because they wanted us to bid on some business of theirs. They had a guy that was giving a presentation. I don't know if you've ever seen those little clickers, as a kid that you would use that make a little click noise or what have you.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Okay, well, they had somebody behind the screen, the guy who was giving the speech would use the clicker so you'd hear the click sound, and there would be somebody else behind the wall on a screen that would be flipping a chart on an overhead projector. Now, look, Kodak carousels were out at that time. Okay.
Wow.
The first time, because the way that we were shaped, it was myself and 5 other guys. We were sitting across from each other, and there was somebody speaking over here. So, sometimes you'd look at the screen, sometimes you look at each other. And I tell you, all of us were kind of looking at each other the first time that we heard the click, and off the screen you kind of like saw your, like what you thought was maybe a hand switching, and we were, this was after we saw these Modcom computers, and we were saying, this can't be real. This is not really our space shuttle program, is it? And sure enough, they had somebody in the back. And because, what happened, if you're in the back and you're trying to switch slides, you might not hear the clicker. And sure enough, he's clicking and the guy back there is like sleeping or what have you.
Wow.
And they wanted us to automate, they wanted us somehow to automate the systems, their personal computers that they had in there. Networking was just really coming into being,
right.
if you will. And they had so much stuff out there, we just walked away and said, you know what, this is not business we need. This is absolutely not business we need.
That is so.
And really,
I just want to thank you for the art of the chart. I wish you all the best with that. And I really enjoyed the webinar. I was on my iPad watching it from my hotel in London.
Oh,
and
cool.
my missus also has an iPad, and she sent up a message searching for my iPad to make sure I was in my hotel room. And the message came up, I know where you are.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
That's freaky. That is freaky.
That's great.
That is
Big Brother.
Yeah, right. Well, just make sure you get that tiger suit on.
Take care, guys.
Great talking to you, Jason, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. That's our man, Jason from London. Right now, market-wise, you get the Dow off 211, NASDAQ off 54, S&P's off 25. And you stay right there, folks. Steve and I are going to be coming back. But then, of course, 11 to 12.
Yeah.
You're up 11 to 12.
Yeah, and then Don Kaufman.
Don Kaufman. Maybe Victor's doing the show today. We get that option show. You stay right there. We'll come right back.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, the Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses, keep money in your community, and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio. Therefore, we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow off 205, NASDAQ off 51, S&P's off 23. Let's go to Doug in New Jersey. Hey, Doug, what's going on?
I am. How are you, gentlemen?
There you go. Great. I like that.
That's right.
Hey, question. Do you guys coordinate your colors or what?
Yeah, you know, we don't, but it's the same energy, so that's
right.
Energy's a wild thing. Oh, listen to this. Hey, I got to tell you a story, folks. This is one of the funniest stories. This is just great, okay? So, Angie and I, Sunday, we're going down to watch the Patriots and the Pittsburgh play, right?
Okay.
And we're in Clearwater Beach, okay? And we go by this shop that we really like, right? And, and Angie says, look at this picture of Bob Marley, right? And dynamite picture. There's 4 different pictures of Bob Marley, okay? So when we go places, you know, what happens a lot is that, you know, people say, oh, you look like Ralph Lauren, okay? You know, this happens a lot, okay?
Cool. That's cool.
So watch this, though. This is so funny. It's unbelievable.
You used to play me with my polo shirt.
Yeah, so this is hilarious. So we go in the brown boxer in Clearwater Beach, right? Now, granted, folks, okay, you know, half the place is blasted because we got there, I don't know, 3:30, 4 o'clock, whatever, right? So you talk about a transfer of energy. This guy that was sitting down at the table, he looks over to me. He says, did anyone ever tell you look like Bob Marley?
Get out of here.
It was awesome. It was awesome. And I'm looking at Angie,
great.
and I says, oh, yeah, really? so I have a hat on, right? I said, well, maybe I look like Bob Marley, too, right?
That's too funny.
And so Angie is that crazy or what? And folks, that was absolutely a transfer of energy because we were both digging Bob Marley's picture.
No, it's great. Yeah, absolutely. That's great. That's cool.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. We were laughing about that for a long time. And let me tell you something, though. When I went home, I looked in the mirror, and I'm saying, do I look like Bob Marley?
I don't think so. I think they were doing some shots of tequila or something.
Listen, that was a transfer of energy.
It was,
And
absolutely.
folks, transfer of energy is real.
Yeah, it is.
You know, but that was a big one. What do we got to look at, man?
I'd like you to. I heard what you had to say about the NASDAQ and your views that it obviously was coming down in a strong way. Do you think the NASDAQ is the weakest indice, or is it the small caps?
Okay, so we'll bring up the Qs first. So the Qs are getting down on 35 million. You're going into 80, which is big time. The small caps, you're coming down on 31, and you're coming into 71. So right now, it's a heads up, really. Right now, it is the small caps. You know, this is what ends up happening. All you have to wait for, and I think you'll get it, Doug. You're getting it right now. I would go through all the indices right now. Like, if in fact Simon's could test one more time, that would be the place to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that was a gift. Like, this counter trend bounce looks to me like it's already over for today, meaning that the rest of the day there's going to be some big selling, okay? So another way you could go into this is take a look what you want, right? Put the stop right on the other side of it, right, and go from that. Do you follow me?
Of course.
You know, because Europe is not going anywhere. We're down really light compared to where I suspect we're going to be down. And all the counter-trend bounces are in there. And the dollar's on the move topside again. The dollar just did its counter-trend bounce. The dollar, folks, didn't even do a 23% correction.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
So.
I like the, from a downward movement, I like the pattern on the diamonds. If that, that island reversal right there at the top, in essence, where it was a 786 retracement, new moon, 17P index data, and has everything in there to say, look out below. That's the headline. When the headline starts giving it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. Steve's going to be coming back with you. Don't forget about Tiger Dollars. You want to make 30% in your money. We're going to be right back, folks.